crackdowns continue across the tri-state. Nassau County is partnering with ICE and designating 10 detectives to work with the feds and enforce immigration laws.
This isn't about raids. This is targeted enforcement of our laws based here in the state of New York. People who have committed crimes here and have violated federal laws by being in the United States illegally.
County Executive Bruce Blakeman says the newly deputized detectives will help arrest and detain illegal migrants.
And we will make available jail cells for ICE to detain these individuals for 72 hours until they get a permanent detainment site or they are deported.
Make the Road New York is a community organization that provides legal and education services to working immigrants. The Long Island coordinator, Angel Reyes, says the program will likely instill more fear in people.
It's going to make things worse, right? Because now people will feel like, you know, the law enforcement, the police department or police officers are not on their side, are going to come after them as well.
While Blakeman says the program is only temporary, Reyes doesn't think that'll be the case.
In New York State elected officials don't, really take this with the urgency that it needs to be taken. We're going to see more of it.
As immigration crackdowns continue across the
So, like I've been trying to tell y'all, in New York, they are trying to make like regular police not work for ICE, but be able to run your ID, and they're making prison cells available for you. And they're going to wait for ICE to come get you. They're going to wait for ICE to come get your, get your ass.
Tri-state, Nassau County is partnering with ICE and designating 10 detectives to work with the feds and enforce immigration laws.
This isn't about raids. This is targeted enforcement of our laws based here in the state of New York. People who have committed crimes here.
Let's go to this Joy Reid. She's trying to hold these illegals.
I get it that many Americans' eyes just go.
Oh, I hope she didn't erase it. No.
So, General James,
Hold on.
I get it that many Americans.
Oh, hell no.
Which people like all of it, and get it that many Americans' eyes just glaze over.
Hold on.
A major immigration enforcement operation.
We want.
Well, I knew I should have downloaded that shit.
Immigration.
Excuse me, sir.
Today is Jenny.
She got this video up where she's telling the immigration people where to go. ICE or immigration help. Immigration help. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Oh, so she been this was done on 125. So let's go. The goal of these ICE raids and mass firings is to scare you and paralyze you into giving up hope. Giving up hope that you are an illegal. You have committed a crime, a federal crime. And Joy Reid wants you to have hope because you committed a federal crime. But you can't strategize when you panic. Think through what you can do to protect yourself and those you care about. If you are illegal, listen to Joy Reid. She's telling you how to be illegal in the U.S. and what protection to get. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. It could be just creating a contact list of friends and family you can call if you need emergency help or comfort. If you are an illegal, Joy Reid is here to help. And making sure you carry that contact list everywhere you go, even in paper, in case you lose access to your phone with ICE because you are illegal. I'm Joy Reid. I'm here to help you. If possible, including an attorney in case you are ever detained. Why would you be detained? Because you are here illegally. So let's see what Joy Reid offers. A good place to start is this website, Know Your Rights as an Illegal. And that's the type of stuff we're dealing with out here with our own American people. Funny thing about it, the whole campaign, when she was going off against Trump, she was never telling all her illegal people that she care about now. She wasn't telling them, you should do this and do that to get prepared. Janelle Monáe dissed Nelly on stage last Sunday at a Grammy party because he performed for Trump. Nelly was at the party. She was absolutely vicious. Unbelievable. Like I said, there is a separation. There's a division. And like this woman did this video and ain't even say a word. Like this is all espionage, recon. Like what the? You're helping illegals. Why didn't you help them during the campaign when Trump was making the promise? Because you didn't think he was going to win. So basically, you bamboozled your own Africans. You know? It may be a fitting endgame for America that in the end we were brought down by a TV performer, a billionaire car salesman, and a bunch of Tea Partiers who took over the government but don't know the first thing about running it while caring fervently about immigration, demographics, and bathrooms. So she doesn't care about immigration, demographics, which is black people, but she's trying to make it seem like it's white people, and as well as bathrooms. Bless up, son. Bless up, man. Bless up, son.
Northeast Ohio has welcomed refugees from all over the world for years, but more recently, we've seen a large wave of people coming from the Democratic Republic of Congo. News 5, Nadine Aguasada spoke to 2 resettlement organizations about what's behind the influx.
From Afghanistan to Ukraine, the U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants has been quite busy.
So we went from almost 100 people one year to 100 people in a week.
But those aren't the only
They bringing in people from everywhere,
countries
son.
people are fleeing from.
You know, I think
They're bringing in people from everywhere.
Yo, this is all of its enforcement of mass deportations, literally, by conducting ICE raids across multiple Democratic-run cities with the cameras rolling. It follows Trump's performative signing of more than 300 executive orders, at least 21 of which aim to overhaul the immigration system. The reality show government went so far as to tell
Now that's crazy. To overhaul the immigration system when you know damn near 30 million people came in and you know they're undocumented. Why wouldn't you want him to overhaul it? It don't make sense how these people are, man. What's good? Hey, yo, my nigga. Hey, yo, hey, yo. Joy Reid think the United States owe immigrants. Yo, we fucked up. She's not a black American.
agents in immigration raids to be camera ready and brought none other than TV host Dr. Phil along for the ride, which is interesting given both the rise in MAGA immigration influencers they're seemingly endorsing and the fact that Dr. Phil has made a career out of exploiting vulnerable people for money. acting Deputy Attorney General Emile Beauvais, whose name you might recall since he was one of the defense lawyers in the New York hush money trial that made Trump a felon.
It's a federal crime to be illegal, but she don't talk about that. Yo, it's wild.
Demanded those raids over the weekend, calling them a critical mission to take back our communities, presumably from, I get it, that many Americans' eyes just glaze over about a bunch of agencies with alphabet names. But believe it or not, these agencies help keep us safe and alive. EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, makes sure Americans have clean air, land, and water by regulating how much grunk oil and chemical companies can dump into our rivers and streams. How do you make them?
Yo, hey, yo, we over here. It's going down in America, hey, yo. It's going down in America. It's a lot of these immigrants, like, you know, the government coming down on them.
America healthy again with cancer-causing poisons flowing into the tap water. DOE, the Department of Education, does not, I repeat, does not set school curriculums, but it does help kids with special needs get grants so that they have support in our public schools.
You know what? That's the next show I'm gonna do. The next show I'm gonna do is about this Department of Education, so that you guys can understand what happened to the Department of Education in the black neighborhoods from when I grew up and from how it is now. She can't grow no hair, brother. Democrats give immigrants loans to start businesses, homes, school grants for their children. It's the wildest shit. And they say, like, why you don't have it? We don't get that jump start, but that's besides the point. But I do want to get to that Department of Education. They just tore the black schools up. And you can see right here, this ain't really no black kids. Ain't no black kids here. Look, ain't no black kids. Look, Joy Reid is a fucking coon. Ain't no black kids there. She's a fucking coon. These 400 women is destroying the American black people. They have issues with the men in their country. No one half of these niggas, half of these black American women never left this country. Yeah. They can't deal with the mother, man.
In our public schools, FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, regulates civil aviation to make sure the planes don't fall out of the sky, like has already happened twice in 24 hours in the first 9 days of Trump 2.0.
See that right there? Now that's the same thing like with the pandemic. Like they do Trump dirty. They get his dude disasters when he's in term. And it's so messed up that you actually could count on some more disasters happening. Like these people are rigging this man, and it's so messed up that they won't believe that the American people don't give a damn. He's a felon. He's a sexist. He's a racist. He's a chauvinist. He's a this. He's a that. Yo, he getting rid of them illegals. Here in Chicago in the 90s, Democrats took all the... See, don't start, Tim. Yo, you blowing my show. Yo, son, where I'm at, I'm at Heavy D and all that. I'm from Mount Vernon where Heavy D is at, right? Where Heavy D was born, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Denzel, all of them, right? Even Diddy, right? We had all the vocational stuff too. New York, Chicago, we had all the vocational departments in the high school. We was like having auto mechanics, wood shop, photography, cosmetology. We had so many vocational departments. But the most important thing that they took out of the black schools was the instruments, the bands. They took, like, we was all playing instruments when we grew up and stuff like that, reading music, being of value to society. They took that shit out of the black schools. And that's something that you can always get a job doing, playing an instrument, orchestra, or something like that. They fucked the Department of Education up in the black community.
FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, makes sure that the food you eat, the lipstick you put on, and the pills you take don't kill you. Eggs are expensive right now because there's a bird flu killing birds, cows, and humans. I suspect you want the FDA to make sure that your now more expensive Waffle House eggs don't kill you, right? And
Ma'am, you are not a black person. We don't identify with fear mongering. That's why we know you're not black. We don't identify with fear mongering. We don't do that. Now, I don't know what I'm supposed to say on this internet or not because I'm a small channel, but I could tell you this. I ain't never wore no damn mask. I could tell you that. I've never wore a mask because I was like, there's no way in hell the air that I've been breathing all my life is all of a sudden going to take me out. And they would have had to make an example out of me. We don't do the fear mongering as black people, bro. This bitch is fear mongering. Oh, you like Pete Rock? Eggs only $2 a dozen in Mexico. Right. That's our tax, but let us deal with that. You trying to say eggs are up high? We don't give a damn. We still gonna eat them. Still going to the diner. Still doing whatever the case is. Let us Americans breathe. You cannot put fear in us.
the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, warns us about tornadoes and hurricanes. I think Floridians.
Ma'am, you don't live nowhere near that. So you're trying to speak up for Floridians. Is Florida blue or red? Whatever the case is, the bunch of people from New York that's red go down there. A lot of people that's red go down to Florida.
Would, kind of like to know when to take shelter, when 100-mile-an-hour winds are coming. But, maybe I'm wrong.
See, once again, bullshit. That shit went through North Carolina. Donald Trump and Elon gave up the Starlink. Them people couldn't even get in contact with anybody. That's why I say the fear mongering, you're not American if that's how you live. Americans don't live like that, especially Black Americans.
Then there's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which was set up to make sure that banks and credit card companies don't take you to the cleaners with crazy fees or get us into another mortgage crisis like they did in 2008. And then there's USAID, which for about 1% of our federal budget helps America counter Russian and Chinese influence around the world by helping countries struggling with famine and war and child trafficking. Without them, even more desperate people are likely to wind up here, immigration opponents. All of these agencies could go the way of the dodo bird if Musk has his way. Joni Mitchell once wrote, "You don't know what you've got till it's gone." Well, we're about to find out.
Well, no. The Black community knows that. The Department of Education took instruments in vocational departments such as auto mechanics and everything else, regular, what they call that shit? When during the pandemic, the fucking workers, emergency, like skills, real skills. That's, what they call that shit. What was the workers? Necessity. Oh, essential skills to, to move on in life. You know how to fix cars. You could do that on the books, off the books, all sorts of little skills. You could be off the books photographer, or you could work for, a magazine. They really, really did us dirty, man.